Aggressive.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back.
Am I the asshole?
To Am I the Asshole?
Sometimes we are.
Sometimes we are.
Stop. This is. I did not sign up for this. Don't you fucking do it. That was weird. You're an asshole. That gave me the heebie-jeebies. That was ew. I like that was truly that was not scripted. For anybody wondering, that was not scripted. I did not know he was.
We don't script anything.
No, not at all.
It's always all this bullshit comes just off the top.
Yeah. Oh, it's cool. I mean, it's funny. We just got done literally moving shit.
Yep.
Right before recording this too. We've been kind of busy today.
Yep.
Doing all kinds of craziness. For anybody who's ever moved across the country or moved to a different state, just sell all the shit you can get at a different place. Don't be stuck to a fucking dining room table.
No.
Yeah. You can make ends meet for the time being. Sell the table.
Yeah. It just we like to just not completely start over, but just start as fresh as we can. You know.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't think it's necessarily starting as fresh. You have the things that you want to take with you. You have the immediate effects that you love.
Yep.
You know, your hobbies and whatnot. Furniture could be replaced.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah. Jinx.
Oh, well, you owe me a soda.
I said Jinx.
Jinx, you owe me a soda. You didn't finish it. Bitch. Anyways, so it has nothing to do with what we're talking about today.
No.
Although I believe if scheduling in my head is correct, last week we had some house stuff we talked about.
Yep.
Crazy Zillow listings. Go watch it. It was interesting. I'm still wanting to know who bashed that dude's head in.
I need to know that whole story.
Yeah. Why would you put those pictures in with a listing? Go watch a video. You'll see what we're talking about.
Yep.
But also while you do that, when you go into our profile, into our channel, click subscribe.
Yep.
Join the Lousy listeners. And then if you also want to, for just $2.99 a month, you can also join the Lousy members. Get some dope emotes.
$2.99.
Interact with us.
$2.99.
$2.99.
$2.99.
Less than a McDouble. Maybe.
Nah, the McDouble's still $2.
Less than a quarter pounder.
Yeah.
With cheese.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Less than yep.
Less than anything on a Chick-fil-A menu.
Sauce packets are free.
Are you eating sauce packets?
I mean, have you had Polynesian sauce from there?
Yeah, but I'm not sucking it down.
Put that shit in my veins, my bro.
It says a lot.
Yeah.
When's the last time you saw a doctor?
Who?
Subscribe. Today's episode was a absolute banger. Y'all loved this.
Yeah, I think it's our most popular or second
it's
most
either
popular.
Top one or top two.
Yeah.
So we figured it's been a hot minute. We would go ahead and do the sequel. Couldn't tell by the thumbnail. Today on Am I the Asshole, we are doing Evil Mothers 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Try down. So,
yep.
We already know. We already got the stories keyed up.
Yep.
We got some good ones ready, primed, peak. That's
the wrong one.
There we go. So, before we jump in, I had broke your streak.
Two's not really a streak.
I broke your winning record.
Thanks.
Let's throw down. It's time to
rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Fuck. Me in the ass.
Okay.
That's a friend.
Yep, to his friend. All right. Let's dive in.
Let's dive.
First one's ready to rock and roll.
Into my ass.
Been there, done that.
Hey.
Got the t-shirt.
Yep.
Am I the asshole for yelling at my mom about replacing me with her new kid? I know it sounds bad, but hear me out.
Hear me out.
So I, 27 male, and my mom, 45 female, have never had a good relationship. My dad, 52 male, worked a lot of hours, so it was always just me and my mom. All she did was nag me constantly. It was always about that shit. She never listened to what I wanted. For example, she'd pack these really elaborate lunchboxes, and when she found out I was giving it to my friend, she got really upset, even though I told her before that I wanted normal foods. To make it worse, she guilt tripped me by packing my friend his own lunch and dropped it off every morning when she drove me to school. It was a passive aggressive stunt. Long story short, my dad and his coworker clicked things happened, and my mom freaked out and they divorced. I was 16 and wanted to live with my dad and my stepmom, who was way more chill. She let me live and didn't nag me about homework and stuff. My mom tried to get custody, but the judge let me decide. My dad and stepmom didn't make me contact her. A few years later, I changed my number for insurance stuff, moved out of state, and we lost contact. She was literally already married and had a kid, but she didn't tell me. It wasn't 11 years of no contact like people said, just a couple of years out of touch. She basically lied to me. Recently, my grandparents had their anniversary and they somehow invited my mom, even though she's the ex. I didn't think she would show up. She came in with her husband and a 5-year-old kid, my half brother. My mother had married someone without telling me and had a kid. I was so upset that she hadn't even told me. I yelled at her. I was really hurt that she replaced me with the perfect, well-behaved kid. She was going to pretend I didn't exist so her perfect life could continue. She threw a tantrum and left with her new family. My grandparents asked me to leave, but my dad and stepmom had my back. They said it was ridiculous that she hadn't told any of us that she got remarried and had a kid. My grandparents said that they knew we were invited to her wedding. Now my dad is mad at his parents. I'm mad at my mom, and my life has turned to shit. So Reddit, am I the asshole? I'm not going to read the edit because I see the first line, and I know it has something to do with later on, or more context to something else. At least that's what it looks like. Actually, fuck it. Edit.
Yeah, I think it's
I don't care that she remarried and had a kid. I care that she hid it from everyone. Jesus, she was a helicopter parent and didn't let me breathe my entire life and guilt tripped on how she loved me so much when she didn't even care to look at me once during our anniversary party. It's not like she used to tell me I was the light of her life or shit. It's not like I'm her son. It's not like I'm her son. Now I'm nothing to her because she has a new family and her new son that she can mother hen the shit out of and then abandon when he's a real person instead of her perfect dress up doll. Okay.
Ooh, that guy is mad.
What are you going to say here?
To me, it seems like, yes, she might have been a helicopter parent and bugged the shit out of you. You got mad, and then you changed your number for a different reason, but you lost contact because of that. So how is she supposed to tell you? Is my first thing. Sure, you can find a way if you really wanted to, but sounds to me that once they lost contact, she just said, "Hey, I'm done with that."
Yeah.
And now he's all mad that he wasn't included when he didn't seem to even really want to be included in that scenario. And so it sounds like he's just being an asshole, honestly. Like, I get that. I don't think she really hid it from everyone. If you're not in contact with her, I don't think it's necessarily her responsibility to tell you. And if you find out, then you should be like, "Oh shit, what's up, new little bro?" Or something. You know, like, you don't have to be happy about it, but you don't have to be a dick about it either.
Yeah.
So yeah, to me, I'm going to say asshole.
So I was going to say everyone sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say everyone sucks because from the beginning of the story, and I've talked about this before on the show, about how I had, like, my growing up with around my mother.
Yeah.
I feel you. I feel you on this. You know, I feel you on the whole, like, wanting to be mad at your mom for not telling you something.
Yeah.
However, here's the thing. The beginning of the story started with the context of your mother being a helicopter parent. Okay. Your mom wasn't really listening to you. Okay. Your mom was not being abusive.
Mm-mm.
Your mom was not being belligerent. Your mom was just being a mom.
Yeah.
I know this is an evil mother segment, and this, I genuinely thought the mom was going to be an absolute like biatch here. But I'm going to say everyone sucks but the mom.
Yeah.
The mom hasn't done anything wrong. The grandparents had their anniversary, and they somehow invited my mom, though she's the ex. Okay. The grandparents wanted to see her.
Yeah.
Cool.
She was still family.
She showed
at the end
up.
of the day,
Yeah.
you know.
She showed up. You got pissed off because you chose to walk away from her and that life. You got mad because the cookie cutter life that she was aiming for didn't fit the cookie cutter life you wanted.
Yeah.
And it was very evident in that line. Where was it? It was, oh yeah. Long story short, my dad and his coworker clicked. Things happened and my mom freaked out and they divorced. I was 16 and I wanted to live with my dad. My stepmom who was way more chill. She let me live and didn't nag me about homework and stuff.
Yeah.
So your mother was parenting you?
Imagine, right? How dare she?
My mom tried to get custody, but the judge let me decide. My dad and stepmom didn't make me contact her. You, your dad, your stepmom, all assholes. In my opinion. Because your dad should have recognized, in my opinion, and this is truly my opinion, as a good parent, I think that this is valid. Co-parenting is very, very evident and strong when you do it together and well, and you realize like, hey, you know, we want the best for our kid. Your mom wasn't doing anything stupid. She wasn't doing anything rude.
No.
This is one of those times where I have to go against here, and I'm gonna say you're an asshole, especially after this edit.
Yeah, that
you could have got like
this is a 27-year-old. I'd like to remind you.
Yeah.
At this point,
you could have easily wound it back a little bit and been like, you know what? Hey, y'all are right. I might have been a little bit of a dick. You doubled the fuck down, dude.
Yeah, definitely asshole.
Asshole.
Yeah.
Asshole. I know this again, this is an evil mother segment, but based on the title, it seemed like she was gonna be an evil mom. This is one of those times I'm going to say the mom is not in the wrong at all.
Nope. And everybody else agrees.
Asshole.
Let's read a couple comments here. You're the asshole. What you described sounds like normal parenting. Eat your breakfast, put on clean clothes, do your homework, go to bed. You have to get up in the morning. I wouldn't pack pretzels and mozzarella sticks for a kid's lunch either. And it sounds like your friend needed and enjoyed his lunch, and yet you're making it all about you. You may have left out the details that explain why it's so awful that your mom nagged you about these things. With the details that you're giving, though, it's hard to see what's wrong. Your dad cheated on your mom. You picked your dad's side because your stepmother didn't do any parenting. You and your father chose to drop out of the relationship. Your grandparents didn't. Then, when your mom is invited to dinner, you scream about how she didn't tell you she was pregnant. You are the one who chose not to reach out to her for 5 years. You replaced her in your life, and now you're complaining that she's moved on. A 40-year-old woman isn't too old to think about kids.
W for the mom.
Yeah.
Because that's valid. The dad cheated. She freaked out. They got divorced. You chose to run away from your mother. You chose to be a shithead and go live with your dad and your stepmom because they were very lax parents who let you basically do whatever the fuck you wanted. That screams why a 27-year-old is doing this.
Yep.
Is posting this, has the gall to say the things they're saying. What you don't realize as a 27-year-old adult is all the shit you're bitching about is shit that parents have to do.
Yep. I just can't believe he's 20. Like, I can get this coming from a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
I can't see this coming from a 27-year-old.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ, what a fucking child.
Asshole all the way around.
Way asshole. Good God.
I really want to, can you, actually, never mind. Oh. Can you go to their profile real quick? I know we don't often do this, but like, Oh my God, this does not help them at all. What you don't get is that I didn't want those lunches. I told her I didn't want these big fancy lunches when everyone else had a peanut butter and marshmallow sandwich. And she disregarded my wishes. Every single day it was more ridiculous foods. It was like she was making a game of what stupid things she could make me eat. That's the type of person she is. I liked living with my dad and stepmom. They treated me like an adult. No, they treated you like a fucking prince who you didn't get reprimanded for anything, and you're pissed off that your mom took extra special care and doing fun stuff for you for your fucking lunch. Dude, fuck this person.
Yes.
Fuck this person, dude. Asshole.
Yeah, wow. This guy.
You might actually have Asshole of the Year award.
That's up there for sure. Next up, am I the asshole for forcing my mom to abide by the boundaries she set herself? More holiday drama for the drama gods. Family situation is not awesome to start with, but they upped the ante and now want to backtrack. I'm okay with being the asshole if that's how it plays out, but I don't really see this as being as bad as my mom is making it out to be. My 25 female dad died when I was 7. My mom remarried when I was 9 and had Jill, 15 female, and Janet, 13 female, with her new husband afterward. I have never liked her husband, as he seemed dead set on replacing my dad and winning me over in the most obvious and obnoxious ways possible. I tolerated him as much as I could stand, but I've always refused to allow him to be called my dad or to act as if he was in any way, or if he was in any way. And when I moved out, I told him not to contact me unless something was wrong with my mom. I don't feel anything towards Jill and Janet and avoid them. I don't see them as siblings, even if they are by blood. This upset my mom and her husband and I guess the kids, but there's nothing they can do about it. I can't feel what I don't feel, and I won't fake it. Since I left home, I usually spend the holidays with my dad's parents, visit my mom without the others, and go to the reunion on her side where there are enough people that I don't have to deal with the others. This arrangement has been fine until last year when my mom asked me to stay with them. I declined. She asked me if it was because her husband and the girls, and I said yes. I feel like keeping distance there is best. She told me if I'm not going to be part of her family, to not come at all anymore. I said okay, and still went to my grandparents and visited with members of the other side separately, but didn't see her or go to the big get-together. She lit my phone up like crazy, trying to get me to change my mind. It was embarrassing. This year, she asked me if I wanted to, she asked when I wanted to get together with her while I'm there as if nothing happened. I told her I would respect her boundaries by not seeing her since I'm not willing to play happy family with her husband and kids, and she set that as a condition. She said that wasn't what she meant, and she wants to see me. I told her she doesn't get to retract the ultimatum once laid out. If she wants to see me, she can travel to me without the others any time of year, but I'm going to see my family for Christmas, and if she doesn't want to be included in that, she doesn't have to be. Anyway, got a long screed from her husband, essentially calling me an asshole. Jill apparently stalks my social media and tried trolling me, but I deleted her comments and blocked her without responding. I explained the situation to my grandparents on that side, and they said that my mom's husband gave her an ultimatum about me, so she's in a difficult place and doesn't know how to fix it. They suggested that my mom, and I have lunch to talk it out, but finding out that her husband was behind last year's issue is not making me want to deal with it anymore, even more. Yeah. Whew.
This is age-old controlling mother. And stepdad.
Yeah.
It's always interesting to see these stories play out from the outside looking in when it's like, you know what? You don't come back around here until you accept everyone in this family. Years later, I never said that. I just want you to be a part of this family. No, sugar bear. No, you chose for me to walk away because when I told you I was uncomfortable, you didn't want to listen to that. You wanted to hear what everybody else in your new family had to say.
Yep.
The last story's title, Replacing with the Kid,
yeah,
is actually this.
Actually, yeah.
This is like,
I mean, I get the mom wanting to have her get along with her husband and her half sisters, but that doesn't always happen
Here,
and like you can be, you know, cordial like they've been, but
if you want your kid to get along with your new partner, you are going to have to put in all the work.
Yeah.
Period.
Well, and the partner's going to have to put in some work too.
Well,
but
no,
not try to replace that.
But hear me out. Hear me out. You have now made yourself the middle ground. You're the bridge between these two, right? So when kid sees something they don't like from the partner, you have to be able to go, okay, is this a viable reason? Is this a kid being a kid, as we saw with the fucking lunches?
Mm-hmm.
Is this something that like you are truly upset about that's hurting you? Okay, let's sit and talk about it. Bring the partner in. Hey, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Vice versa. If the partner sees something, hey, I really want to be there for your kid. I'm not trying to be a replacement parent. I'm just trying to be a step parent. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, what's the kid doing now that's causing this rift?
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at it. You have put yourself, you're basically the therapist of this now.
Yeah.
You have to figure out the bridge. What the mom did here was not that. The mom was just expecting everyone to go, everyone hug and be happy. And that's not going to happen.
No.
Because you're not comfortable with what stepdad is doing. And that's okay. It's okay to not be comfortable.
Yeah.
And you did a great job of setting your boundaries.
Yeah.
You're not an asshole.
I don't see any way that you're being an asshole.
There was no point in this entire story. There was no point in which I was like, man, you're an asshole for that. No, You set your boundaries. You were very clear with your communication. You explained multiple times why you chose to do what you were doing. Like everyone else fucking sucks, but you're not an asshole.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't see any way that they're like the only thing that like kind of gets me to lean that way a little bit is just like there's not enough info on the sisters to really, other than
sounds like one of them's a bitch.
Well, yeah, now for sure. But I'm just thinking like back when they were kids, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's neither here nor there in this situation. No, I'm not the asshole. There is an edit. Edit. Thank you for the perspectives, both from those that voted not the asshole and those that voted yes the asshole. It was interesting to read the dichotomy, and as I've been stuck in airports all day, it has given me some time and a starting place to think through my next move. For those triggered into becoming incoherently verbally abusive in my inbox, my best wishes for overcoming whatever difficulty is plaguing your psyche, and thank you for providing a few anonymous examples to add an upcoming lecture on various forms of cyberbullying. Okay.
Damn.
I will discuss the potential impact with a few trusted family members on that side first and not make a snap decision, but I think I would prefer to simply end the debate myself and close the door on contact with my mom for the foreseeable future, instead of dragging this out while she dithers about whether she's allowed to see me or not. Maybe it can be reopened at some point in the future if everyone is amenable once there's been a chance to process and reflect. But even if not, I have no doubt that things will work out as they should. Very well said. I they have a good head on their shoulders.
Yeah. This is I resonate with this to a very strong degree of like the boundaries were set. You played by the boundaries. They don't want to play by the boundaries anymore. You're sticking strong to the boundaries.
Yep.
That's it. And you were very clear and concise with how you explained to them. There's no way, in my opinion, that you're an asshole here. But
yeah.
Let's see. Not the asshole. Sorry about all these negative Nancy's OP. Blood and marriage doesn't make family. Fucking men. If your mom wants to have a relationship with you, then there's many, many other days than Christmas to make it happen. Yeah, there are 364 other days in the year.
Sometimes 365.
This is true. I mean, like, I don't have to deep dive the comments on this one. I know that there's gonna be people in here be like, blood is thicker than water. You need to love your mother. No, like it's.
Yeah. Looks like all the shit floated down to the bottom.
Good.
So we had a lot of not the assholes there. But.
Good fiber turds. Yep. Let them sink to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Next, am I the asshole for telling my mom the exact moment I lost all love and respect for her? Ooh, God. When we proofread these, this was the one you and I both went, oh shit.
Yeah.
I, 21 male, live with my older sister, 23, and my 2 younger sisters, 17 and 15. My older sister currently has legal custody over our 2 younger sisters, and at one point even had legal custody over me when I was still a minor. She basically gained custody of us all when she was 19 because our mom was an addict. My mom is trigger warning. Just a heads up, just in case.
I'll put a trigger warning on the screen. Yeah.
My mom is currently going through end-stage renal kidney failure, assumingly because all of those years of not taking care of herself caught up to her. When she first started going to dialysis about 5 months ago, she put me down as her emergency contact. And at first, I just sucked it up and dealt with it because she doesn't have anyone else in this part of the country, and my older sister doesn't talk to her for reasons you can imagine. However, yesterday, when the clinic contacted me, I had to pick her up. I informed her that she needed to put someone else down, because I wouldn't be answering those calls anymore after she had her family members leave threatening messages to my older sister.
Oh, God.
This pissed her off, and she started going on about why I didn't love her anymore and when I stopped loving her. So I told her the exact moment I stopped loving her and respecting her was when I was 13. I had just entered high school. I was big into football, and the coach at the time was brutal. He was making us practice 2 times a day at 5 a.m. and after school. I told her how I woke up one morning and she was passed out on the couch off of whatever substance she was using at the time. And my older sister was only 15 at the time, was freaking out because we had no food. We never had any food. She was freaking out thinking I was going to pass out from all the practice and barely eating. I tried to assure her that I would be fine, but she went into the kitchen, grabbed the only things that we had, which were 2-day-old, almost burnt rice, salt, a can of green beans, and half a chicken breast, and made me and our siblings an entire fried rice meal. She made sure I ate that morning, and I ate that meal on my way to practice crying. She had to stay home from school that day, like she did most days, to send younger sisters off to school and to be there to pick them up. When I got home from that day, my sister was in the kitchen cooking dinner, and there were some groceries in the fridge that she brought with the money that she got from selling her rings that our grandma gave her to some sketchy ass guy that used to hang out at the convenience store, all while she remained high and passed out. I told her that's when all love and respect for her vanished. She cried and told me that I was evil, having a moral conflict because I'm wondering if I should have been softer with her. Am I the asshole? Info, my dad passed away of an OD when I was 8, so he was really no better than my mom.
Damn.
Holy shit, dude.
That's heavy. I mean, no kid should have to go through that.
Absolutely not.
At any level. The sister, the siblings, him, anything. And it's a shame that all that transpired, for sure.
I think we can both easily say not the asshole.
It's definitely not the asshole. I mean, you were telling her, and like, addiction's a hell of a thing. It's hard, for sure. And so, like, you're not being evil. You are stating your opinion, because it doesn't sound like mom's getting any better. You know, I don't know if she's still doing the stuff, but now she has kidney failure and doesn't really seem to want to make any amends or anything. She just says that you're evil. So, yeah, no, at that point, you just got to kind of cut it off.
Well, part of it, too, is like, what messages was the family sending?
Yeah, that's even crazier. Like,
yeah. Like, where did that spark up? Because it sounds like from the context that the mom was the one who caused that to happen to the older sister. Like, and then, and basically at this point, what she's doing is she's using you as a ride. She's using you as an emergency situation contact of like, oh, well, if any case, they can come get me. It's fine. And the moment you were like, hey, I'm not doing this anymore. Like, I can't do this anymore. She wanted to jump on you and say you don't love her anymore. That's prime addict territory right there. It sounds to me, and I know, like, we don't have the context of it, but based on what you said and how she reacted, it sounds to me, because I had to deal with the same shit with my uncle. Yeah. I'm sure you remember which uncle I'm talking about, but I had to deal with that shit with my uncle. When he came off of his shit, he was going through withdrawals, trying to find his next fucking fix. Like, you see the way people act in those situations. If you don't immediately react the way they want you to, oh, you're a piece of shit. You're the evil one. You're wrong here. Yeah. Like that, this screams that she's still addicted to something.
Mm-hmm. Or that, she just has no remorse for it, which either way is not good.
Yeah, but either way, you're not the asshole.
Yeah, not the asshole. And everybody else agrees, not
Yeah.
the asshole. This is going to be open shut. I mean, like, I don't see, yeah, you're not evil. Your mother's neglect was. So, like, yeah,
Yeah,
that
time to go no
sucks.
contact. Fucking literally cut it off.
Yeah.
The fact that she heard that heartbreaking story and still playing the victim tells me all I need to know about her. Honestly, you were nicer than I would have been. Yeah, exactly. You laid out exactly that time. She could have literally, that's a canon event.
Yeah.
She could have immediately been like, oh my God, eyes wide open. I have been fucking up for decades.
Mm-hmm.
And instead she doubled down and was like, nope, fuck you. Like, open, close, not the asshole. And in all sincerity, I hope OP, and I know this was posted a year ago, I hope OP has gotten some clarity on this.
Yeah.
I hope OP has been able to move on. And I truly hope I hope you were able to cut all that off, cut off all the evil family. Fucking move across the country if you have to. But I hope you got a better life out of this because no one deserves to go through that shit.
I wouldn't say necessarily like if you need to move across, but I mean, I would definitely, if you can, now that you and your sister are adults, definitely help out with the other two.
Well, yeah,
like,
I mean, no, I'm saying like let me rephrase the whole family. Like, I hope y'all are able to get away from that shit because that no one should have to deal with that.
No. All right.
Last
but
one.
not least. Am I the asshole for telling my son he needs to grow up a little and stop refusing to see his ex-girlfriend? So, evil mom POV question mark.
Evil mom POV. I like it. Little fresh take on the evil moms.
My son is 26 with a beautiful 8-year-old daughter. He and his ex-girlfriend were both 18 when she came around, and she was definitely a little surprised. It sounds like a mom. All right, one second. There it is. Okay. Despite the circumstances, my son really stepped up. He got a good job and eventually got them a nice apartment. They were together for almost 3 years, but she just wasn't ready to be a mother, and she ran away with some other boy. She wasn't a bad girl. She just wasn't prepared to be an adult. This devastated my son, but he found his feet. My granddaughter was still very young, so she never had strong memories of her mom. He's been a single father since then, and is still, and that's still a sore spot for him. Yesterday, my son comes by my house incredibly upset, saying that his ex-girlfriend came to see them. She said that she was sorry for leaving like she did, and she just wanted to see him and her daughter. My son said that he told her not to come back and shut the door on her. He was practically in tears telling me this. I told him he needed to calm down and act like an adult about this. She wasn't asking for anything but to talk, and the least he could do was hear her out. I tried to tell him that he couldn't refuse his daughter a chance to connect with her mom, how good this could be for all of them. But he was a complete mess. He couldn't even talk to me, he just stormed out. I've called, but he won't answer. I understand how hard this is for him, but this isn't some evil, malicious woman, and it sounds like she's coming from a place of real remorse. I was just trying to help him think clearly, but it feels like he just won't be rational here, and it's starting to affect his and his daughter's life. Ooh, this is gonna be spicy.
I hate this so much.
Yeah,
I hate it.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Think back to a story we read.
Okay.
It was from the husband. It was in public freakouts. The husband staged a meeting for
his wife and his mom.
Her mom to show up.
Mm-hmm.
And was like, yeah, chill out, like it's all good, you know. Like, why don't you want to talk to your mom? This is giving me strong like vibes of that. Like,
Yeah.
Why don't you just talk to her? And I hate that.
Yeah.
Because like, I remember in that story we said, you know, like the whole thing was like him trying to talk to her afterwards. Like, and I agree with a lot of the comments we saw on that too.
Yeah.
About like, no, he was an asshole. Like he really was an asshole in that scenario. The mom in this case here is 1,253%
Specific.
asshole.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like girlfriend, cool. Girlfriend got pregnant at some point.
Yeah. When they're 18.
When they were 18. Has baby. Cheats. Runs away. Leaves him with baby. Been a single father ever since. Randomly one day pops back up, one back in life.
Yep.
And you want to tell him to get over that?
There might be a time for rationality later on.
Yeah.
But this wound is still fresh.
Oh, yeah.
Incredibly fresh. Like,
and not only that, it got,
yeah.
no, I wouldn't even say it was fresh. It got ripped way the fuck back open.
Yeah. And good on I will say good on the mom for coming back at least and trying, that takes some courage. I'm not saying that she's not an asshole by any means, but that's a reaction that should be expected. You can't just expect to walk in with to open arms saying like, welcome back. We've missed you for the last 5 years,
Yeah.
6 years, I think it was, but anyway, a while. So, like that. It's, but the mom's just being a little bit too
unforgiving.
I don't know about unforgiving. I don't know where
raw, brutal.
I don't think she's seeing it from the perspective that it should be seen from.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
like
she's just saying, "Oh, she's back. Talk to her." Like, no, that's not how it always works. Like it's. So yeah, yeah, asshole, 100%.
Yeah, I see. The thing is, like, this whole piece here is definitely drawn up in the light of like, I'm not an asshole. I just wanted to tell him, hey, you should talk to her again. Like, no, you knew what you were fucking doing. You when your son came to you and was absolutely in tears over the fact that his ex just randomly showed the fuck back up and wanted back in his life out of the fucking blue by talking to him and their daughter, which realistically she gave up those rights, so that's his daughter. Yeah. Like your immediate response was like, talk to her. No. Listen to him. Like,
yeah,
he's hurt.
He just needs to vent for a bit.
Yeah.
Probably. Like,
asshole. I'm sorry. I just like, this is, there's no rhyme or reason where I see her not being an asshole here.
Yeah. She says, I understand how hard this is for him, but this isn't some evil, malicious woman. No, it's not an evil, malicious woman, but there's some trauma there for sure.
Correct.
And so you need to back the fuck up, Mom. Let's see what everybody else said.
Hold on. Yeah. I also see, I was just trying to help him think clearly, but it feels like he just won't be rational here. No one's going to be rational at that moment.
No.
You trying to be rational, it's hurting him even more.
Yep.
Give him a second to work through this.
Yeah. Everybody else agrees, asshole.
Yep.
You're the asshole. He was practically in tears telling me this. I told him he needed to calm down and act like an adult about this. Yeah, that actually, yeah, good fucking point. That's not how you support your son.
No.
No. Has he got anyone he could go to who'll support him? Someone who cares about him.
Facts.
Oh,
I'm sure his mother does, but she is a mother and therefore has sympathy for the other parent despite her being a deadbeat. There are also other things to consider. The daughter has a right to get to know her mother. This could become ugly legally, so trying to no, it fucking won't. So trying to apply to him to keep it more civil is a good advice. Fuck no, dude.
I mean, saying it's to keep it civil is not bad advice. The thing is it's not needed right now.
Well, but also it wasn't that he was being uncivil in any way. No. He told her, no, we're not talking to you. You left. She fucking walked away from him. She went and found some other dick, rode that dick into the sunset, and left him and their daughter, what, a fucking pot to piss in? And mom here thinks it's okay to tell him to act like a fucking adult, suck it up and talk to her? Excuse me?
Yeah, it's...
Like, I'm actually legit getting angry about this. Like, this shit pisses me off.
Mm-hmm.
Because you are telling... Wouldn't you say that it doesn't matter how old we get, when you tell your child to suck it up and be an adult on something that is truly hurting them, you are telling them you don't give a fuck about how they feel. You'd much rather them stop bitching and deal with it.
Yeah.
And that tells them to walk the fuck away.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
I don't want to vent about it anymore. I'm saying asshole.
Yeah,
This mom's
asshole.
an asshole. Fuck this.
Yeah, we done. Damn. Evil Moms is always spicy, man.
I'm pretty sure I got pissed off in the last one too.
Well, yeah.
I do this for y'all.
Yeah.
Fuck her.
Yeah.
Subscribe. God damn. Let us know what you think in the comments. I can't even think straight right now. That fucking pissed me off, dude. Let us know what you think in the comments. Drop an emote for engagement. We greatly appreciate it. And of course, the button behind me, you can subscribe. Click that. Click the video as well because YouTube recommends it that you watch it. Something you probably enjoy and maybe possibly us. Probably us. Who knows?
Probably. Yep.
We'll see you in the next one.
Later.
Later.